Alright guys, it's finally happening. After more than a decade of waiting, teasers, screenshots, dev diaries, and design live streams, the Dawnless Days campaign for Total War Attila is nearly ready for us. Not just a battlefield, a full campaign, alive, ambitious, and steeped in Tolkien's world. And I don't say that lightly. In a space where many Lord of the Rings projects rise with hype only to fade with time, Dawnless Days has quietly endured. It's gone through huge shifts, team changes, even changes in tone and direction, but always with the same core goal: to build a Total War experience that truly feels like Middle-earth. The team has recently announced that the campaign will be released as a beta very soon, and what follows in this video is a deep dive into what that means, what's in the release, what's already playable, what's still in development, and how we, as players and fans, can be part of the final push to get this campaign finally out the door for all to enjoy. In their latest developer update, the team behind the Dawnless Days opened up in a way that feels deeply human. The post begins with excitement, an announcement of the Rohan and Isengard reveal through the multiplayer campaign that is currently ongoing, by the way. You can check that out with Pixelated Apollo and Jackie Fish, a theater of war most iconic to Tolkien fans, but almost immediately it shifts in tone. It becomes more personal, more real. The campaign, they say, will be released in the near future, not as a polished final product, but as a beta. And that decision isn't just logistical, it's emotional. You know, there's a lot of weight to this because people have been waiting for a long time, and what they're creating is absolutely massive. And what they're working with is a volunteer team stretched thin across the years, across countries, and across life's unpredictable changes. The team writes, "We know we have taken our sweet time with it, even if the development officially began 2 years ago in April 2023 when the campaign AI pathfinding tool became available. However, the mod was announced 10 years ago, which is crazy to me. And many things have changed since then. We've grown, we've changed, we've left, and we've rejoined, and the world has changed as well. A pandemic, wars, people close to us have sailed into the West or have joined us for the feast of life. This language isn't one of burnouts. That's the language of life happening, and a team still holding onto its passion even as years pass and priorities shift." So they've essentially made the decision that many great creatives have had to make. Share it now, improve it together, release a playable beta, let the world in. They've promised all the key systems will be working, every major faction will have at least one unique mechanic, the campaign will be balanced to be genuinely fun, but they're also honest. You know, it won't be the fully realized dream that they once envisioned, not yet. Maybe never in that exact shape that they first started with, but certainly evolved, and in many ways, hopefully even better. And why do I say that? Because they need help, not just players, but collaborators, modders, testers, artists, writers, enthusiasts. They need people to see the work and feel compelled to join it. And that kind of energy comes from visibility, from the spotlight, and that's what this beta will be. And if you're curious about what the Dawnless Days campaign actually feels like to play and looks like and how people are enjoying it, you don't actually have to wait for beta access. Some of the best modded campaigns I've ever seen are already underway on YouTube. Pope John Paul, if you don't know him already, he's a great creator. He's doing a Harad campaign, and it's not only immersive, it's mechanically rich. He's having a lot of fun with it. I'm really enjoying watching it. Highly recommend watching him do this. Harad isn't a generic evil faction either. It's a layered political entity with real internal pressures. You have expansion choices to make, lots of tensions to manage, and a role, of course, in the larger War of the Ring that feels weighty. There's a genuine sense of being pulled between destiny and opportunity that I really like, and it's a treat to watch unfold and Pope explore all the beautiful layers the team have managed to build here. Meanwhile, on the multiplayer front, as I said, Pixelated Apollo and Jackie Fish are doing a shared campaign that might be the best showcase yet for how dynamic Dawnless Days really is. Watching Isengard and Rohan square off and play their hands with shifting alliances, real diplomatic maneuvering, and handcrafted faction mechanics, it's exactly what I want from a Total War experience set in Middle-earth. And of course, it's played by these great personalities, fantastic creators, Pixelated Apollo and Jackie safer. So highly recommend you go and check that out as well. And as someone who's been watching and waiting for years, as I'm sure you are as well, I'll say this: seeing these campaigns actually move, seeing armies march and agents plot and economies tick feels a bit like watching dreams step into daylight. It makes me really excited. It makes me ready. I can't wait to start my own campaign as well. And since the last time I actually covered the mod and the latest news, there have been some pretty big, interesting developments. Each faction, for example, goes through a structured evaluation before it's greenlit for release, and the devs have actually been really transparent about it. They ask, does this faction play like it was designed to, and is it fun for a long campaign? And they've even color-coded their test matrix. You can see here on the screen now. Green means yes, it is kind of balanced and is going well, but obviously it can be a little bit too easy. Maybe it needs to be balanced further. Orange is kind of like in the middle, it's pretty good, and red basically means, oh, it's a little too hard for this difficulty and for this faction. And that distinction between campaign difficulty and faction difficulty is so important. Some factions are meant to be hard, others should provide a smoother kind of beginner experience. For example, Isengard scored green across the board, but it might be too easy currently versus what is intended, with a clear power arc and fun mechanics that probably need slight adjustments here and there. Mordor, on the other hand, scored deep in the red, not because it's weak, but because the opposite. Its early game feels far too punishing right now. Dale is in the yellow, technically survivable, but more of a slog than the team expected. So all of this kind of transparency builds that kind of trust, you know, the kind of process that makes me believe this won't be just a mod that just works, but a campaign that truly outshines all others. Of course, no campaign would feel complete without the look of Middle-earth, and since the last time I covered the news here, the team have gone above and beyond. A new pack of orc-corrupted assets is being used to visually transform occupied settlements. They've even joked that an orc real estate agent is sprucing up these places for Sauron's purposes. It's grim, it's funny, and it's immersive. There's also fresh campaign artwork, including new political event screens for Harad, adding narrative flair and visual storytelling to moments of decision. And there's the Mordor architecture set. Dark, industrial, oppressive. The standout here is the warg breeder. It's exactly what it sounds like, and exactly as terrifying. And these additions don't just add style, they build a world, and every one of them helps the campaign, the battles feel like a place you're in, not just a map you're playing on. So that's the state of things right now. The beta campaign is coming, not perfect, not finished, but definitely playable and fun, meaningful and open. The team needs help, they've said it outright. The only way we can get more help is with getting the attention of people who can help us, and the only way that happens is with us talking about the mod, sharing it, watching campaigns, starting our own, supporting creators who cover it, and if we have the skills, joining the project as well. In the next few months, they'll keep ironing out bugs, improving mechanics, shaping the campaign into something tighter, cleaner, stronger for that first beta release. But that shaping, that polishing, that final evolution into greatness, that's going to take a community. It's going to take us. And that's essentially it for today, guys. Join the Discord to find out more where they can use assistance, testing, all of that. I've linked that below. If you have time, willingness to learn, or if you have experience already, jump in to help the team out. I mean, out of any mod out there, probably the Dawnless Days team for me truly deserves all the help they can get. This has been my quick update video going through everything new with the Dawnless Days, the latest developments, the team's latest announcement. It's a very exciting time, and hopefully we find out more about when to expect the campaign very soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more just like this, and drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.